Do you have any issues with quality? This is the IssuesWatch podcast. Hello, and welcome to the IssuesWatch podcast. I'm Brad Muniz, your host for the bi-weekly accounting and auditing episodes. I'm the partner in charge of accounting and auditing at Sobelco. These episodes qualify for a nano CPE credit. If you're interested in earning CPE credit for this episode, hit the pause button now and head over to njcpa.org/now to find out how. As a quick disclaimer, the views and statements expressed herein are my own and not necessarily those of NJCPA or Sobelco. So why did I open up with that comment about quality? Well, it's because this is Audit Quality Month. And if you haven't seen this New Jersey Society CPA magazine for this quarter, check it out. They usually have a lot of very good content and articles. Of course, A&A that I focus on a lot, but they'll have some good tax articles, some good business practice articles. So I recommend you check it out, but particularly in this issue, there's an article on keeping audit processes and standards in check. And then there's also an article on using technology to improve audit outcomes. It's a very hot topic. I recommend you check out those articles. They're really good. And this week we're going to be talking, or this episode we're going to be talking all about audit quality. So if you want to hear about SEC or PCAOB, I'll say something about PCAOB, or ESG, you're not going to hear much of that this time, okay? This is all about audit quality. So I tried to do some research on what is audit quality. And I found an article as far back as 1981 discussing the topic, and that article really dove into audit quality as it relates to smaller firms. And it was an interesting article. I just read the abstract, and it pretty much said that the size of the firm doesn't matter about the audit quality. It's the content of work, and sometimes even larger firms have issues with audit quality based on the number of audits they have going on. So it was an interesting article to read from 1981. The thing I found really interesting, though, was I couldn't find a good definition of audit quality. I did find something from Australia, mighty, down under, so I'll try and say it with their accent. Audit quality? Audit quality refers to matters that contribute to the likelihood that the audit will achieve the fundamental objective of obtaining reasonable assurance that the financial report as a whole is free from material misstatement, and ensure material deficiencies detected are addressed, communicated through the audit report. Sounds very similar to what we deal with. This also includes appropriately challenging key accounting estimates and treatments that can materially affect the reported financial position and results. So I thought that sounded like a great summary. If anybody's listening from the ISCPA, I couldn't find it on your site anywhere. I was looking all over the place, and it was very difficult to try and find a nice definition for it. The AICPA and the PCAOB, they do have some interesting information on audit quality indicators. And according to the PCAOB, audit quality indicators are a potential portfolio of quantitative measures that may provide new insights about how quality audits are achieved. Taken together with qualitative context, the indicators may inform decisions among those concerned with the financial reporting and audit process, for example, the audit committee and audit firms. Enhanced discussion, in turn, may strengthen audit planning, execution, and communication. I really like that last part of it, but there's a lot of, you can Google all this stuff, especially the PCAOB. It's open. Look up audit quality indicators, really good information in there. Now, I know it's PCAOB and it's SEC. Oops, I said SEC and I said I wasn't going to, but I know it's PCAOB and SEC, but there's a lot of good information in there that if you're performing audits, or even if you're on an audit committee, or if you deal with the auditors, that you can look at and see what you should be expecting from the auditors, what thoughts they should be having. One thing I found interesting, if you're a member of the AICPA, and none of this is a commercial today, by the way, I just want to bring this to your attention. You should know about this information. The AICPA has a report every year. It was a little bit difficult to find the report for 2021, but if you Google AICPA Enhancing Audit Quality 2021 Highlights, Look that up. It's actually, if you're a member, you can view the copy. There's a good report, 20-something, whatever pages long, and it talks about audit quality in different areas. And the summary in the beginning, and that's all I really have time to talk about, the summary in the beginning talks about some improved areas, EBP, Employee Benefit Plan audits, single audits with nonprofits, audit documentation. That one surprised me. If Frank was here, I think he'd fall off the chair to hear that audit documentation has gotten a little bit better. But it is getting better, and I know Frank says it all the time. Any of the peer reviewers say it all the time, document, document, document. If it's not documented, it's not done. So they say it's gotten a little bit better, but documentation could always be better. And the last one, this one really surprised me because they're always picking on a ton, is risk assessment. Now, risk assessment has been a concern for years in the peer review area. They came out with a new pronouncement, but it's 145, addressing risk assessment again. And risk assessment, if done properly, at the beginning of the job, in the planning stage, not when you're out in the field on the first day, should drive your audit and thereby lead to better audit quality. Just keep that in mind. NJCPA has some good resources. Again, if you're a member, you can join these areas of practice and services they offer. You have the Center for Audit Quality, focuses a lot with the public companies, but the Center for Audit Quality, a lot of good information there. Government Audit Quality Center, if you do nonprofit audits, you should consider looking at that. And the Employee Benefit Audit Quality Center. They have found, the Department of Labor has found that firms that are enrolled in the Employee Benefit Plan Audit Quality Center perform better audits, have higher quality audits. Has nothing to do with the size of the firm. It's just their intention and desire to have as much information and invest more in their audit process. So look into those. I find them very interesting. It will help your audit practice. So where does all this lead me to? Brad, why are you talking about this, and what's your summary? Well, if you haven't heard me over the past episodes, go back, rewind, and you will have heard me said over the past that the NJCPA came out with quality management standards. Now, they said a while ago they changed it to quality management because you don't control quality, you manage quality. Whatever that means, or rose by any other name, whatever, they're using the phrase quality management. It focuses quality control standards, it can be all-encompassing of very different practices within a firm. Quality management focus on a test. It represents a significant change in the CPA and how the CPA firm will approach an audit and assurance quality in the future, moving from a policies-based approach to a risk-based approach. So you have to assess the risk within your firm. What's the content and quality of the CPE we take? What's the content and quality of the audit tools we use? What's the content and quality of our in-house training? You have to assess all the attributes as it relates to your assurance practice. See if I can add anything more. It focuses on, and this is interesting, an increase on the firm leadership responsibilities, making the managing partners and the leaders within the association. I'm in charge of the accounting and auditing at Sobel & Company, focusing on the leaders of the areas and their responsibilities and accountability to improve governance. Includes risk-based approach, focus on achieving quality, addresses technology, networks, promote proactive monitoring and quality management systems, clarifying strength and requirements for more engagement quality review, EQR. That's a big area. You will hear Frank and I, whenever we talk about peer review deficiencies, we don't talk about much in the ethics area, but peer review deficiencies in particular, we will talk about engagement quality review. Now, they changed it from engagement quality control review, but to agent quality review. That's the way the PCAOB's called it. So I strongly recommend that at a minimum, if you do have an auditing insurance practice, Google NJCPA quality management standards and start looking into this. The standards that came out, it's the Statement on Quality Management Standards 1 and 2. They're new standards. They also came out with SAS 145, so the risk assessment was before it. So SAS 145 and STARS, Statement on Standards in Accounting and Review Services 26. That SAS and the STARS came out to kind of marry up the responsibility of audits and reviews and compilations to these quality management standards. So do yourself a favor, look into this. There's System of Quality Management Standards, SQMS. The timing is December 15th, 2025. I hate saying that. I'm going to be honest, I hate saying that in these sessions, anytime here or at other seminars, because anytime practitioners hear, 2025, that's 3 years away from now, you know it's going to go quick. And I attended a seminar specifically on this topic. And it was a really good seminar, and they actually gave a timeline of what you should be doing to adopt these standards. Now, I can't give you the content of their material that they gave me, but if you want, reach out to me, and I can try and give you some information as to what they provided to us and how they're laying out you should be adopting these. So at our firm, we've implemented a committee, and we're going to start saying what we're going to do each year, because what they're going to require can't be done on December 14th or whatever it is, December 14th, 2025. You're going to have to do this over time. So please take the time to do that. Start now and give me a call with any questions. Okay, to close things out, I got a lot of different things to say, so if I mess this up, I apologize. Be sure to visit the NJCPA's Audit Quality Knowledge Hub. I saw this last night and I thought it was great. Go look at it, the Audit Quality Knowledge Hub at njcpa.org/hub/audit quality, where you'll find articles, videos, and events that will help keep you up and help you to improve the quality of your audits. From that page, you can also participate in a quick poll about how the pandemic and other issues have affected internal controls and the audits. Also, take advantage of the opportunity to network with and learn from your peers by joining the NJCPA Accounting and Auditing Standards Interest Group. Sign up for free at njcpa.org/groups. And do me a favor, bring some other people, some newer people, some younger people into that group. We have to start getting some other newer people and some people be able to do presentations. You don't want to hear from me and Frank all the time. Thank you very much for watching or listening and making it this far.